Good morning, my patriot and my brothers and sisters out there in the world today. I did a video about, I was ranting and raving about the Democrats and this impeachment about Donald Trump and all that. And I said that they're wanting you to focus on this impeachment because something's coming up from behind us and nobody's paying attention to it, and it's going to happen. Well, guess what, guys? It's happening right now. Virginia is about ready to be overwhelmed with a problem. Their governor says he's coming to take their arms, and if they catch them, they're going to lose their kids or go into prison or do. And if they want to argue about it, he's going to have the police take care of it. Well, the police don't want nothing to do with it because of the Second Amendment, and a lot of the part of Virginia are the right to bear arms, that they voted it in, and they have the right to carry their arms and have their weapons. Well, the governor says that's not good enough. So what he's going to do now, he's going to go do the reserves and tell the reserves to take their weapons. Well, the reserves don't want nothing to do with it. They're like the Second Amendment says the right to carry their arms. Now, here's the problem. And I said this to my wife, and she was listening to me. I don't know if she was or whatever. What's going to happen is they're going to bring in UN soldiers. And UN soldiers are freedom fighters. They fight for money. They don't care who they kill. They don't care what where they're sent in. If you send them in, they're going to come in and they're going to kill you. Okay? UN soldiers do not belong on the United States soil. They're all over the place, people. I was in a store about 4 months ago, and these two guys come in this camouflage suits, and I'm like, man, that don't look like anything I've ever seen. So I asked him, I said, can I ask you a question? And the guy says, yeah, how you doing today? I said, are you guys UN freedom fighters? That man and the guy he was with, their eyes went like this, and he set his soda down right then and there, him and that guy, and they walked straight out the store and didn't say a word. Now listen to this. I'm not saying they were or weren't, but you know what? I asked them a simple question. I wasn't even pushing the issue. I just kind of said it on conversation. Once I called them down, they knew that they were exposed. That shit with these UN people on our soil, they don't belong here. Now the Virginia governor's going to have them go in and start fighting to take arms from Virginia. Now, California, here's the thing I'm getting at. I watched this segment that they're going to have roadblocks. And the roadblocks are going to be UN freedom fighters. And they stop you. They're going to get into your car, whether you like it or not. They're going to search your car. If you got a gun, you're under arrest. You're going to prison. If you don't have a gun, they're going to send you on your way after they tear your car up. And it goes further than that, because they're going to leave their blockades eventually, and they're going to start coming down your neighborhoods, knocking on your door, and if you don't answer, they're going to slam that door wide open, come into your house, tear your house up looking for guns. It's going to happen. They said the barricades are going to happen in Virginia. They're going to start out in California. This is the Democrats pulling this shit, guys. You can blame Donald Trump and Republicans all you want. This is the Democrats calling down on this shit. You got Maxine Waters, you got Pelosi, and you got Schiff in our state that need to be put down like dogs that they are. They're traitors. If you come up on a roadblock in California and it happens to you, I pray to God you put it out on the wire that it's starting up. Because we need to know, guys, you need to protect your rights as Second Amendment. Me personally, I don't own a gun. I have no use for a gun. There's other options. But they don't have the right to come into my house if I don't want them to and tear my house up looking for something I don't have. They don't have the right to come into your house, even if you have a gun, and if it's registered, because they're going to take it too. And they're going to melt them all down. And you're not going to like it, but you know what? There's nothing you can do because it's happening. It's too late, guys. I told you something's happened from behind us. And it's starting to happen now. And it's starting in Virginia. And this segment that I heard this morning, it's starting in California. And then you got this piece of shit, Michael Moore, going around. I'd like to smash that fat bastard right in the head. He's a troublemaker, and he don't belong. He's making a lot of money on other people's pain. With that being said, guys, beware, because if these roadblocks start, it needs to stop as fast as it comes down, or if it gets too long, we're going to lose total control. With that being said, my brothers and sisters, you have a beautiful New Year's. I pray every night this stuff ain't going to happen, but if it does, be prepared.